Halfway through the 9th and final event here at the 2023 Rogue Invitational for the women, as heat number 3 makes its way onto the floor. Event 9 is the cleanup presented by Beyond the Whiteboard.
It's the cleanup, and the money bars are back. These athletes are going to work through 3 rounds with 25 double unders, 5 power cleans, 2 rounds, 25 double unders, 5 squat cleans, and 1 round, 25 double unders, 5 clean and jerks. The barbell is at a set weight of 155 pounds.
Keys to this event.
Gosh, the keys are to relax. Do you breathe and execute? It's so easy on the final event of any competition to want to do something grandiose or great, but you got to just be you. And then finish with the legs. That final movement, the clean and jerk, is going to be after a ton of work has already been done, both with the lower body and the upper body, but they've got to drive with their legs so they can lock out and support the weight over their head for 5 reps at the end.
Lane assignments for this 3rd of 4 heats. Danny Spiegel, Ariel Lowen, Emma Carey, all out there along with Danielle Brandon and Manon Anganese. And we have a moderately loaded barbell. Danny Spiegel's gonna love that.
Yeah, and you gotta love to pick her as a favorite here with what we've seen from her throughout the course of this weekend and her career. A barbell at 155 pounds simply affects her differently than it does the other women. It's lighter compared to her traditional 1-rep maxes.
Danny Spiegel has 4 finishes inside the top 10. Right now, 9th place overall with 435 points. Coming off a 9th place finish earlier in Big Cat.
And she's directly tied with Manon Anganese, who would love nothing more than to creep into that top 10 and solidify a great spot for her to wrap up this year's Rogue Invitation.
And if you're just joining us, we had to move into the concourse here at Round Rock Stadium in Del Diamond as we get things underway because of the weather. One of the cool things about that, the fans now are right on top of the action as we begin with the 25 double unders. And we'll move into 5 power cleans at 155. 3 rounds of that as Emma Carey and Ariel Lowen look to be the first 2 to the barbell.
You see one athlete going touch and go. That's Danny Spiegel to the left of your screen, where she keeps her hands on the bar, guides it to the ground, and guides it back to that front rack position every repetition. She must have got her jump rope caught up on her, and that's a significant amount of time that can cost you if you have those type of slip-ups throughout the event there. You want it to stay right where it goes and put it down where you want it to be every time.
Spiegel is in the lead, but Ariel Lowen is right behind her along with Emma Carey. She is done, and Danny Spiegel and Danielle Brandon along with Lowen and Carey moving back to the barbell. Spiegel looking to go touch and go on all 5 of these reps. And she is done, and she'll go back to the jump rope. Final round here of the power cleans. At the 90 rep mark is when she will then move into the 2 rounds that involve squat cleans with that 155 pound barbell. Brandon Anganese and Ariel Lowen all to the jump rope at the same time to start their 3rd rounds. Emma Carey right now 5th place in the heat. Spiegel is done. 5 more power cleans.
She's bought herself about a 4-second lead on the field right now, but we see her starting to drop the bar. And you don't know, Sean, if she started touch and go, and now this isn't by choice, if she didn't intend to start breaking up these reps, now they're taking her too long in the form of singles. Some of these ladies who executed singles early might start to be able to close the gap and catch her now into the 2 rounds of 25 and 5 squat cleans.
Spiegel still in the lead, back to the jump rope. Now Danielle Brandon and Ariel Lowen right behind her. And Manon Anganese starting to move up as well. 4 minutes, 33 seconds unofficially. That's about the fastest time that we have seen from both Kyra Milligan and Paige Powers. Was close to that in the prior heat.
And already we see Brandon take a slight lead now.
Spiegel and Brandon are neck and neck. Lowen and Carey just a rep back now. Right side of the screen is Danielle Brandon. She's done, so Brandon now moves into the lead ahead of Danny Spiegel. Brandon back to the jump rope for 25 more double unders. The 150 rep mark is when they will be done with this portion of the event, and then they will have 1 final round of the 25 double unders and the 5 clean and jerks. And to finish the event, they have to step over their barbell.
That's right, and Danielle doing exactly what she's done round after round. Gets directly to the barbell. There's no hesitation. There's no adjusting her position. She literally pushes the barbell down to the ground, keeps her hands at it, keeps a relatively wide foot base, so there's not a lot of adjusting with her feet, and then she goes after that next rep. You can see fatigue starting to set in. That was her final set of squat cleans there. Now she's into 25 double unders, and she'll have 5 clean and jerks remaining.
Danny Spiegel is now back in second place. Emma Carey sits in third, but it is close right now between Spiegel and Carey for second place in this third of 4 heats. Spiegel going back to the jump rope. 1 round now of double unders and clean and jerks.
And Brandon was called back. She had a no rep on a double under. She was almost at the barbell, had to go back again. And one thing's for sure, she's great at power cleans. She actually struggles more from the squat, and her overhead position, her jerk position as she finishes each one of these reps is superior to many of the athletes in the field. Very secure. If she continues to finish with her legs, she's going to finish with a solid time.
And Danielle Brandon has a chance to set the top mark heading into the final heat. She is coming off an event win in Big Cat earlier.
She's got to regroup, risking missing a rep here.
Danny Spiegel with 1 rep remaining. Brandon is in, 4:27 unofficially for her. 4:26.62 seconds as Spiegel steps across. So 4:26.62, that is the new top time, courtesy of Danielle Brandon. Emma Carey comes across. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Danny Spiegel was able to get in ahead of what we believe was Kyra Milligan's prior best time of 4:33.
Great adjustment there by Ariel Lowen. We watch her do a split jerk to finish. This is a great way for athletes to speed the cycle rate when they know they don't have the drive to simply power jerk it. A split jerk is when you step 1 foot in front of the other, helps you drop your hips down and secure a lockout with your arms.
Manon Anganese is finally in at 5:08.99 seconds. So now 1 heat remains in the final event for the women here at the 2023 Rogue Invitational, and it's Danielle Brandon with the top time so far at 4:26.62 seconds.
Well, Sean, we say it a lot, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. And we watched Danielle Brandon start out with singles intentionally to save some juice for the latter part of this event. We're watching her work through some squat cleans there. There were 2 rounds of 5 of those, and then the power clean, power jerk. And even with the great overhead position that she has, her legs completely out of juice. She had to pause for a second, gather herself to finish. She had 1 more rep there at that point, and she had to wait to make sure that she could secure that final rep and not have to do an extra one due to a miss. Great execution there, riding her threshold by Danielle Brandon.
3 heats down, 1 remain, and everyone's going to be chasing Danielle Brandon's top time of 4:26.62 seconds. As Danny Spiegel makes her way off the floor. We have 1 heat to go. As we take a look at the heat results for heat number 3. As Spiegel and Brandon put up the top 2 times that we've seen so far. Emma Carey came in at 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Ariel Lowen goes sub 5, and it's Manon Anganese finishing in 5th. Winner take all. Final heat coming up next.